I do think it would be incumbent upon them to release it. It could have happened.
Was it raised in New York at the Hamptons retreat?
It was.
Okay.
I was told by Erica it was Aspen.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I was under the impression the what happens when you die question was out of the Hamptons.
Yeah, because people knew it was August, and so nobody actually knew that there was this donor event that happened in Aspen and I can actually tell you the dates of it if you.
That actually
give me
makes a lot of sense because you hear, hey, a bunch of donors in
What's that,
in
Sky?
August.
What? August 15th to 17th. So less than a month before he died.
I mean, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
If I'm the FBI, I want to know who asked him what would happen when he dies. Because, again, you don't ask healthy 31-year-olds what's going to happen when they die.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird question to ask a 31-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
31-year-olds don't drop dead.
Mm-mm.
They just don't.
And where he's doing, military training with Mikey, he's like, if anything happens, just go, walk, run. They were doing rehearsals.
Talking about the amazing.
They were running drills.
And you know what
Charlie
it
was like, 1, 2, 3, go, go. And Mikey was like, just practicing.
Yeah.
Totally. This is exactly. It just gets longer and longer. There should just be a book called Everything That Charlie Definitely for Sure Wanted and Asked For.
Yeah.
In the event of this tragic never happened before assassination. And it is, I do not like the fact that we are being told that we have to believe, first they were going to say I was a liar, then they had to confirm that it was true, that Charlie messaged not only Andrew Colbert, but Dan Flood the night before and said that he was worried he was going to be assassinated. But shouldn't he have also, would he have not confided that to his wife? She didn't know. She had his phone. Okay, let's say that's true. Maybe you don't want your wife to carry that burden, that you have those fears, and you would rather prefer to say that to security and PR. But even if that is true, you're telling me that after his assassination, Andrew Colbert didn't tell Erica?
Right. Well, and there's so many weird things about that.
Dan Flood didn't tell her, hey, this has happened. He just texted me. She heard that for the first time when I said it?
Right. Well, she also had custody of the necklace that he never took off, and that she was crazy to try to find immediately in the aftermath. There's so many weird things about Erica and the 24 to 48 hours leading up to it and the 24 to 48 hours immediately after it that, somebody asked me yesterday, if you could answer one question about the assassination, what would it be? And my answer, what did Erica know? Did she know he was going to die the next day? Because I think the answer to that question is yes. In my opinion, I think the answer is yes.
Number one question now that I have, I wouldn't say number one, but it's up there, is that story about the Jezebel person who wrote the article, had never written an article, and we're told that Charlie was so worried and the priests came over. This is what was told to Megyn Kelly. I believe Megyn Kelly. Yeah. She's a pretty straight shooter. And that the priest came over to pray 48 hours before to pray about this Jezebel article. That's new to me because the Charlie that I know, the amount of articles and witches and things that people were writing at all times had a pretty good sense of humor about the left writing articles. And the priest coming over to pray about an article is now interesting to me. I'm going, okay, that's very interesting. And I'll tell you the biggest thing, which I haven't shared, but I'm going to do it before we go to sponsors. Probably shouldn't, but.
No, come on.
I'm feeling a little punchy today because they're just getting me mad now, right? They're just getting me mad with all these attacks, nonstop attacking me for telling the truth.
Hey, we like when they make you mad because we learn more.
Yeah, but the number one thing that I think about, this is actually number one. Andrew Colbert, because I had no idea that he would be engaged in this cover-up and lying after Charlie's assassination. And I obviously was openly crying on the phone with him in the aftermath. And he painted a vivid picture for me in that immediate 48 hours. We were on the phone.